as the overfunctioning
Yeah.
of our relationships, right? I think the kind of cold water in the face for me was when I really sat with this question of, if I think this person is the kind of person that's disrespectful and does these things to me, does them to me, why am I with them? Do I really believe that about the partner that I've chosen? Do I really? And here's the thing, if my answer is yes, then I have to hold myself accountable for being in partnership with somebody that I think is the kind of person that would purposely leave things out in order to upset me or disrespect me, right? There's a lot of personal accountability that the over functioner really needs to take around this like righteousness that we have. Now, listen, a lot of that comes from childhood. A lot of that comes from right, like what we didn't get from our caretakers, right? And so a lot of us tend to be acts of service people, for example, because that's how we like to feel loved. But again, I got to look again, pointing back at myself, right? Like, so why am I with this person? And when I ask myself that question, and I still ask myself that regularly whenever I get activated, almost always that kind of logical voice in my head goes, no, you don't believe that about him. No, you do not believe that he is the kind of person that is purposely doing X, Y, and Z in order to upset you and disrespect you. Okay, this is the story you're telling yourself, right? What else might be true? This is kind of that like inner dialogue, that reparenting work, really, that Danae and I always talk about. In that moment of I'm pissed off and righteous about you leaving the cabinet open, if I can pause before I react to that person, and I can ask myself those questions, I'm actually giving myself an opportunity to really rewire and really change some of those like initial kind of gut reactions that come up. So I'm glad you use that as an example, because I think that's really important for people to hear.